I think I said
Our reconnection
we're
was
good.
successful.
Alright, I'll just double check, make sure that we're all good here. But yeah, I guess to wrap up, I mean, I'd said most of what I wanted to say, but I think this. Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, this movie is awesome. I had a great time watching it. I saw it in theaters too, which I think helped a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was awesome. Also, my honorable mention movie is Look Back, but we already talked about it. So
Yeah.
Watching that in theaters was insane.
I wish I saw that in theaters.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
So I guess my honorable mentions. I did put Blonde just
Nice.
because
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
is now my favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that is something. Metroid Zero Mission. I played that for the first time.
That's a great game.
First Metroid game I've beaten.
Whoa. Nice.
And I loved it. Best Metroidvania game I've played, hands down.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would. Is that the best one?
I don't know if it's probably not the best one in the series, which makes me.
It might be.
But like the fact that there might be like better ones makes me. Yeah. I played some Super Metroid.
Have you played the? Oh, Super Metroid is really good. Have you played the new one, Dread?
No.
Dread might be better.
I've heard Dread.
By some people.
Ask for Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but Metroid Zero Mission, incredible game. I almost put it in my 5, but I was like, I won't have much to say about this because it's kind of like self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's just really good at what it does. Yeah.
I put Brat.
Brat, hell yeah.
My album of the year.
Yeah. I would put it, but I feel like everyone's talking about it. So
yeah, that's
everyone knows I like it.
That's kind of what I was like. Yeah. It's obvious.
Yeah.
But it's Von Dutch is also my song of the year.
Yeah.
It's my most played song, and it's also my favorite song that came out this year.
Awesome.
But yeah, Brad's awesome. I put Songs of a Lost World by The Cure.
Oh.
The new Cure album, for their first album in 15 years.
That's pretty cool.
And it is as good as their 80s stuff. Mm-hmm. Genuinely, it's like a top 5 Cure album. And that's like insane because he's impressive. Like 70.
Yeah.
And like it's like refresh. It's a little bit of a retread of like the Disintegration sound, but it's also like genuinely like so cool. And like I only gave it one listen so far, so I really need to like dive into it more. But it like left such a good impression on me that I wanted to listen.
Yeah.
So, another musical artist, Fentanyl.
Nice.
Fentanyl. I feel like a lot of people who are like into that kind of music view her as like kind of generic.
Yeah.
But like I think as someone who's just like not really like hasn't really, I think it's like some of the most exciting like new music and that like out there, right?
Yeah.
And Chaser is like
definitely like hyper pop adjacent.
Yeah, it's like in that vein.
Mm-hmm.
But like Chaser is like probably my favorite EP of all time.
Nice.
Which like
I think I listened to it and I think I liked it.
I mean, it's like 6 songs, but I think I literally think it's perfect.
Wow.
I wouldn't change anything about it.
Awesome.
It's like it's so good.
Yeah.
And then my last one, this one, it's pushing it a little bit on like being like a specific piece of media. Oh wait,
this is your last actual thing?
My last honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
It's pushing it a little bit on like what is like media, but I put the Drake Kendrick beef just as a whole.
Who cares?
That's I think one. Like in terms of like pop culture moments, I think that's just like one of the most exciting things that's happened in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
And just like the whole thing where like Drake last year had First Person Shooter, which had like. Is it K-Dot or is it Aubrey or me? Like we the big three, like we started a league. Yeah. And then like, as we mentioned earlier, Kendrick releasing the diss verse on Drake.
It's just Big Me.
Yeah, J. Cole making a diss track and then
walking it back immediately.
Yeah,
guys, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Drake dropping a pretty good diss track, and then Kendrick absolutely demolishing him
with like 4 in a row.
It was like it was Euphoria and 616 in LA, and then Drake dropped Family Matters, which was supposed to be like the big one.
Yeah.
And then like 30 minutes later, he dropped Meet the Grams, which is like one of the most devastating, brutal sons I've heard.
Yeah,
like, ever.
And Not Like Us.
And Not Like Us was like the next day.
Yeah.
Which Not Like Us is brutal and like a different
I almost forgot about Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams is like. It's probably the best song of the beef, but it's like the least listenable because it's just like it's like pure hatred. It's like I can't listen to that song. It's like evil energy.
Everyone likes Not Like Us though.
But Not Like Us, I do think Not Like Us is a little bit overhyped.
Yeah.
A little, but I mean that's kind of obvious because it's like
every single person in the world has played that song. It feels like a bunch of times.
Yeah, but like Euphoria was my favorite song of the Beef. I think that song is awesome. Not Like Us is really good. And just like that song being like also hateful, but
it's
like
also,
in a different way.
Yeah, it's like I feel like also Not Like Us is very like I don't know. Euphoria is more like subtle and like restrained in some ways.
Oh yeah.
Not Like Us is literally just calling him a PDF file downloader.
PDF file downloader.
That's what you gotta say.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then like Kendrick's album dropping and it being awesome.
Yeah.
And like
and he had like that concert.
Where like Bloods and Crips were like dancing together on stage, which is like, what the fuck is going on? Like Kendrick's the only artist that can do that. Like it really like, I feel like it's a moment in culture that like really solidified like rap's kind of like being like rap culture versus like mainstream culture.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like Drake is like the mainstream artist, like the more popular artist, but like people who are like really into hip hop aren't really like listening to him the same way. Yeah. Kendrick being the more respected artist.
Yeah. By the culture.
But now kind of like showcasing that like the culture of hip hop like kind of reigns supreme. Yeah. And like him like becoming the most like played artist on Spotify. Like having a way bigger year, and like Drake, I don't even know if he's gonna come back. Like, did you like his first song? Wagwan Delilah was the first song he released after, and like people were like didn't even know if
also,
that was
his
really
like
him.
Last diss track was so embarrassing.
Oh yeah, where he was.
Hey man, I didn't do any of that stuff.
But like the thing about it is that it was like pure defense.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't like
so
calling shot anymore. He's like,
I
didn't do it. I didn't do it. I don't have a daughter.
Look, man, this isn't funny anymore.
And like I straight up don't even know. Like the thing about him having a secret daughter might not even be true. Yeah. But like honestly, like I don't even care. Like because it's like just everything was like people don't even really remember that like was an allegation that like. Yeah, I don't know. But like
I just remember the PDF file downloader one.
But yeah, that was such an exciting thing, and like Kendrick surprise dropping the album, like literally like dropped the trailer, and then like 5 minutes later the album came out. Yeah, and it was like like what the fuck, and it's like it's an awesome album too, and like God, it was such an awesome like moment. But yeah,
now number one thing of all time.
Well, these weren't really ranked. It was just like the order I experienced them in.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But my last one is a video game.
Okay.
And it is Natsumon.
What?
Dude, how am I not? So it's the new game by the Boku no Natsu devs.
It's new?
Yeah, came out last year. Came out last year in Japan. Got officially localized this year.
Okay, so I mean that counts.
Yeah, that's the one I was like kind of. Yeah. But like, it's a little bit. It's like the same kind of structure where like it's like you kind of have like your day to go around, do whatever you want, like do like sort of scripted events and like experience stuff like that, but also like having like a cool cast of characters and stuff. It's like the same kind of thing, but this one is like a open world Breath of the Wild style game.
Whoa. Yeah. Interesting.
It's like you have like there are like puzzles you can solve in certain parts of it. There's like you have like a little acorn shooter you can use to like shoot things. Nice. You can gather some supplies.
Is this on Steam?
It's on Steam. It's on Switch. I played it on Switch, but also like
how long is it?
It's like a 20-hour game.
Oh, wow,
it's pretty long. It has like the same like movement mechanics as Breath of the Wild, like stamina. You get like you get like a glider eventually in the game where like because like there's like a huge mountain in the middle that you can climb, and like you get like this item that lets you like soar down.
I'm like having trouble even picturing what this looks like. That's so.
I can show you. I'll show you pictures.
Yeah.
But like it like I remember it went viral like in Japan
Mm.
like after it came out because it was just like a video of like you like doing like like someone posted a video on Twitter of just like you doing like crazy maneuvers in the game like jumping off walls and just like but like it's just like
but it's still like the Boku no Natsuyasumi vibe.
Yeah, it's like summer like
that's so
very like vibe heavy. It's not it like has all those movement options, but there aren't like enemies or anything. It's just like it's still just
that's
like
crazy.
vibes.
That's so interesting.
It's so I mean it's a little like the game's a little expensive because like it's like $40. So,
I mean that they're selling games for $70.
But like it's like an indie game.
Yeah, so. For an indie game it's more expensive.
But like I think like
I mean hell, I've paid much more in my day.
Oh yeah, I've paid more for games that are like 20 years old.
Yeah.
But it's my game of the year. I didn't even play that many games from this year, but like this one.
I feel like I didn't hear anything about this game. That's interesting.
I mean, like if you're not in that niche, you're probably not gonna hear about
On
it.
The
but
wave.
like some people did. I saw some like reviews on Backlog that were like kind of like, oh, I didn't really like the characters. I didn't really like. I thought it was kind of like a little drier than other ones, but like I honestly think just like I love the characters. I thought they were really like cute, like not as like multi-dimensional as like some of the other Boku no Natsuyasumi games, but like I think like the direction of the gameplay especially is like where the series kind of needs to go in like the modern day, like kind of like the predetermined angles and like tank control kind of vibes of the original games. So it's kind of like you can't really do that as much today. They'll cancel you. I guess another honorable mention I can give that was kind of in the same vibe. It's the new Shin-Chan game, which
I saw that one.
Which isn't the last one was developed by the Boku no Natsuyasumi devs. I love how I have to say that fast. Boku no Natsuyasumi. But this one wasn't. But it's like still the same vibes. I think Kazayabe, who's like the director of Millennium Kitchen, which is the studio that does those games. He was like a supervisor for the game, so he like had like insight. But like, I really loved the new Shin-Chan game too, and like I think I love where those games are going, and I think that one like genuinely like was like impactful.
Yeah.
But I think Natsumon was my favorite just because it's
Natsumon. Like. What does that mean? Summer guy.
Like boy of the summer.
Summer boy.
Yeah. But yeah, I would highly recommend it. I'll show you like I can show you some gameplay probably after this.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
But it's so good, and yeah, that's my last one.
You just heard 5 things.
Well, 10 things.
10 things in total, but 5 from each person.
5 from me.
5 from me.
We're the 10 brothers.
Thanks for watching. But yeah. We didn't shout out people.
Shout out to everyone. And that's not bad.
Yeah, and shout out to Gage Broberg, and shout out to Espen, and shout out to my mom.
Shout out to my moms.
Yeah, and shout out to my wife.
Oh yeah, you can say that. Yeah. You can be like Borat.
My wife.
I didn't say that right.
Nope. My wife. He supports Israel, dude. Oh no. But yeah. Shouts out to every good person in the world.
Not Sacha Baron Cohen because he's a Zionist. No. Shout out, not anti-shout out to Zionists.
Dude, we're gonna get canceled.
We're gonna get canceled. Yeah. I'm sorry, we're gonna get canceled
by the woke CNN media.
Which is weird because wouldn't that be like not the woke? Like, wait. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Dude, nothing makes sense anymore.
We should do skits at the beginning and end of our show. Like,
we should have like nostalgic critics.
That kind of thing.
We have like a guy come in and it's like,
we're the woke police.
And we're like, no!
Why do they like still do those? I never understood. Like nobody likes those.
Yeah, I feel like the only YouTuber that does it well is Scott DeWaz.
Yeah,
but that's only because like
they're also like short and sweet and like
his can be pretty long.
Yeah, but
they're also like his are like stupid.
Yeah,
and like they're it's just like him and his friends and his friends are like not good actors.
Yeah,
so like I think it's just like they're not really like trying the same
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like stupid fun.
Yeah, I feel like Red Letter Media does them, and I always skip them.
Oh yeah, like at the beginning of
Yeah,
videos.
the Mr. Plinkett stuff. But yeah. Anyway, that was our review of YouTube
Yeah.
videos.
YouTube Rewind. They don't do that anymore.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you so much. Sorry for the little bit technical difficulties, but
yeah, we've had worse.
we've had worse.
Yeah, shouts out to everyone listening and everything that's awesome. Love the Larter Nation.
Larter Nation is awesome.
Shout out the Larter Nation.
Shout out the Larter
Round of
Nation.
applause for the Larter Nation. And yeah, we'll be back at it. I don't know if we'll be back next week. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how we're feeling because it's the break, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.